everyone, it's Annette Green here. It is week 32 of 2024 and every week I do a craft or craft related video, and today is all about the planner pages, the filler pages for the planners in 2025. Writing me, asking me, when are you coming out with them? Are they out yet? And I did them this weekend and they are going up in my Etsy shop right after this video. So if you don't know what I'm talking about at all, I am talking about planners specifically from Elizabeth Craft Designs. They have two different sizes. You can choose which one you like. This is the regular full-size planner size, and this is called the Sidekick. They have different finishes, of course. This one is a genuine leather, very nice. I'll show you inside. And then this one is sort of a faux, I don't know what. It's very nice. It's wipeable. It's not leather, but super nice. They have different colors. You can scroll through the website and kind of find what you like. And then same with the full size, and of course they have TN size, traveler's notebooks, and passport size, and big square ones, all kinds. So check it out. But what I'm talking about today are the inserts to like a date book kind of planner. And I do these every year. And here's mine, of course, with a bunch of writing all in it. Let's find some blank pages to show you here. So I have all my little blank pages for every day of the year. Every week is a spread, and as you can see here, these are ruled. I have some blank page options, and I have the two different size options as well in my Etsy shop. And just before you get too excited, they are not all cut out like this and ready to go. It is a digital download, and you would have to print them yourself. And so the video today is going to help you through that process, even though the Etsy file comes with a very in-depth explanation how to cut the pages, how to print the pages, and all that. I thought I would show you visually as well, just to kind of help you along and help you decide which size you want to go with. Is it worth doing yourself? Of course, to buying these and printing them yourself is then you can decorate your planner with little divider pages, with rub-ons on the backs of some of these blank pages. You can use washi tape, stickers, you name it. But in addition to all the planner pages for the days of the week, there's also, this is all bundled together, just like last year. There's mini calendars, there's month at a glance calendars. I'll show you everything that's included in each bundle. Just so you know, you understand what I like to do here. It's totally up to you on size and what you want to do with your planners. But I like to use the Sidekick size for my, you know, date book kind of planner, whereas I use the full-size planner for my memory keeping. And of course I have tons and tons of videos on this. So here is an example of the leather in the Sidekick size. Of course they have leather in the big one too. There is no pocket here. It's kind of like a nice soft suede. It's a really supple, nice real leather planner. It has this kind of a closure on it, which mine is never closed until I travel, but it's very nice like that. And the other one, as you saw before, has an elastic closure, and it does have a pocket here, a little like business card holder or maybe credit card holder, and a pen holder, and another little pocket over here. So a little different than the leather one. But that's the main difference. What is in the Etsy files here? Let's start with the full-size planner, and they're pretty much the same, I have to say. So you will get all these sheets once you print them out back to back like this. And as you could see as I was flipping through, there's some that have sort of a blank side. Sometimes the whole back of the page is blank. Everything has been figured out for you. I have people come to me every year, at least a couple, that say, hey, this is wrong. I have a blank page. Something happened. It is all thought out. It is planned out. It works, believe me. And so you're good if you have some blank pages. Okay, so you'll have all your blank pages, and for each size planner, full-size planner, you will have the option to buy the bundle with the ruled pages or the bundle with the blank pages, which I don't have printed out here, but it's basically the same thing without all these lines. And you can do your own thing. If you want to stamp some lines, if you want to make little, bullet stamping with stars or stickers or whatever, it gives you a little more creative freedom. This is straight to the point with the little boxes and lines and the boxes to check off, like I like to do. Okay, also in the bundle, you will have the mini calendars. You can cut these out and use them however you want. They're very small, kind of handy to look at the month at a glance, but then I also throw in there a larger monthly calendar. Great for if you actually want to jot down, maybe you're a list maker like this, or maybe you like to have it like this in a calendar form, but you can jot down so-and-so's birthday, whatever, appointments, reminders like that, or you could use the month at a glance list form of the month. And this is the one that I like to use. I'll show you very quickly in my planner. As you can imagine, at the beginning of every month, you would have your little list. I just cut them out. I don't even do the punched holes. I put them right onto my little pretty dividers that I make. But I just cut it out close to the list view, and then I put birthdays, dental appointments, anniversaries, things like that, trips to Chicago. It's all there at a glance before the month even starts. And you can see over here my little mini calendar I like to have as well. You have all that in your bundle, then you need to know how to cut things out. I'm going to show you how to do it, but I am showing you here that there are directions for each one of these different styles of pages. So before you begin the full-size planner pages, it tells you everything you need to know. Before you begin your month at a glance, that's the list. Before you begin your monthly calendars, that's the big calendar. And the only one that doesn't have any directions is this one, because it's just cut them out and stick them down. Sidekick, same thing. You're going to have your ruled option or your blank page option. Same thing. You're going to have to use a bunch of pieces of paper and print that out. You will also have a smaller version of the months at a glance. You will have the mini calendars, and you will also have, so there's the mini calendars. They're the same size for both planners. And you'll also have this same file large, and in the directions you will see that you can size these down without me shrinking them for you if you really want them small for a sidekick. The little boxes are going to be tiny to write in, but you can do it. And it says right here, if you wish to use the calendars for the sidekick planner, simply print your pages at 78%. So let's talk about printing these out. And it says right here, I'm going to read my directions to you. First of all, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch this video once you buy your Etsy file. If you need to come back to it again and again, I do have a playlist called Planners and Planner Essentials. Just go to my playlist, find that playlist, view the playlist, the full playlist, and then you'll see this video. Okay, so you're going to need 33 sheets of 8.5 by 11 paper, and you're going to be printing on both sides of each. Like I said, some are intentionally left blank so that they work with the planner that has monthly dividers. Paper choice is up to you, but I recommend at least 24-pound weight paper, and light or white colored paper is best because I don't like to print these in 100% black. I like to screen them back so they're like about 80% black, so they're sort of a dark gray. It just gives it a pleasing look, and then the rules in the boxes are even lighter. They're about 50% black. So you want to make sure you have light colored paper. All right, so when you go to print them, number 3 here is very important. You really need to know your printer. Please don't write to me or, message me and ask me, how do I do this on your printer? You need to read about your printer or ask someone to help you, because I won't know your specific printer like I know mine. But I do know that when you go to print pages, there is a print dialog box, and you should have the choice on the layout of choosing short edge binding. And this is all here. Now, what short edge binding does for you, if you think about it, if the pages are set up this way and you just hit print and double-sided, what you're going to get is the first page is going to look great. And the second page where you want it to print the same direction, it's not going to. It's going to print this way, and everything's going to be upside down on this side. So in order to have everything come out printing the same direction, you have to select short edge binding when you're printing. And what that tells the printer is to turn, basically, the page so that they all print the same direction and it doesn't flip. This would be long edge binding, and we don't want that in this case. It really blows your mind. You can take my PDF file on a thumb drive to your local print shop or office supply store that does printing services, and you can have them do it for you if you just explain. Give them this sheet and explain what you want, and they can do it for you. I do have some special instructions here for people in Europe that use A4 paper. I got this information from somebody else in Europe, so I'm not going to be able to help you further than what it says here on how to cut your pages at the different size paper. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's cut some pages. With full-size planner pages in the ruled, I'm going to grab 3 at a time, and I'm going to leave that stack over there in order, and I'm going to follow my own directions, okay? So it says here on step 4, stack 3 sheets at a time and cut a 1/4 inch off of the bottom long edge. Okay, I made sure that I had a nice sharp new trimmer blade in here. I'm going to hold it nice and tight because I'm cutting 3 at a time, and we're going to get rid of that 1/4 inch. Okay, then keeping the stack together, cut down the center at 5.5 inches. So far, so good. Okay, then it says cut 3/4 off the left edge of the left stack and 3/4 off the right edge of the right stack. So you really have to kind of take your time and put little piles aside. So if this is the left edge of my left stack, I'm going to slide this to 3/4. Get these nice and square. 3/4 inch way over here. Hold on tight. Okay, good to go. Then we'll grab this other one, and we're going to cut 3/4 off of the right edge, just like we did with the other. Nice and square. Okay, what's new this year will also be included with your bundle is a template for each of the different size pages. So this is the full-size planner template that will be in the full-size planner bundle. So I would use maybe some sturdy cardstock to cut this out. I just did it on paper for now, but basically you'd want to cut this out, punch these holes with a large hole punch. I use the large hole in the Crocodile. You could use an office hole punch, but you're creating yourself a template that to then use on your pages. So you would just line up your pages. Of course, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday pages are going to be punched on the right hand side because they will face in like this in your planner. And then your Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be punched on the left side. I've cut mine out of very thin chipboard. You could use heavyweight cardstock like I said. And just to give you an example of doing one, I would then lay this right on my pages and use that large hole on the Crocodile. Make sure this is nice and squared up. This does take time, but you know, in just an afternoon you can get all your pages done. So I like to set the stopper on my Crocodile. If you know how to do that, you can set that at 5/16 and you never have to worry about going too far or, you know, lining up just so, because it won't let you go in any further than that. A lot of people don't really know about that little bar that's in their Crocodile. So it took me some time to figure that out too. Someone had to tell me that. Okay, so those would be ready to go. Did the same thing to my right hand pages, and now all you have to do is, I like to keep them separate left and right, but I do make a stack to kind of keep them in order, and you'll look at them and you'll be like, what's going on? This first set is just fine because the front is blank. That would be where I might decorate it or put something pretty there, or actually glue this right onto a page divider. And you start with January 2025 December the 30th is the first Monday. You have the 31st, and then here's January 1 down here. And then it continues 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have 6, 7, 8, but then this has 16, 17, 18, 19. Well, you have to kind of look for the page that you need. Kind of look, but I just saw it a moment ago. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm just taking a peek over here. There's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So sometimes you have to skip a page to get to the page that you want. Don't let it throw you. So I would do maybe a month at a time. This is where January ends, and you always know that you've done it right when you start with a blank page for the start and a blank page for the end. Be a better idea, now that I'm looking at this, is maybe get those pages in place first before you punch the holes. Okay, so this way you're punching the entire month at one time, which you can do with a Crop-A-Dile. It'll go through all of this. But I can see how those holes are just a tiny bit off. So I would do it after I get all these pages cut out by month. And then each time you finish a month, put that stack aside so you don't get confused. Go on to the Sidekick and how that one's cut, because it is cut a little different. Just know that if you have the dies with Elizabeth Craft Designs, this is Planner Essentials 56, the tickets and tabs die, but it has a page die, the full page die right there. So you don't really need this template. You can cut out a piece of cardstock with this, and this is your template. Sidekick pages. Those are what I'm going to use. So before you begin the Sidekick planner pages, I have my directions right there. I'm going to grab 3 sheets at a time. And I'm skipping down to step 4 here. Now, I've already, when I printed these out, I just grabbed them out of the printer. So the order that they're in is the order they need to be in, okay? 1, 2, 3. Now this one says cut 7/8 off the top and the bottom long edge. Okay, line that up. 7/8 is that big tick right before the 1 inch, or just under the 1 inch. Not the skinny little tick, that's a 1/16. We're going to the 7/8, top and bottom. It's a very close cut, as you can see. Okay, then it says cut down the center at 5.5. That's inches. Okay, I'm going to keep the right one on the right and the left one on the left. Now it says cut 1 3/4 off the left edge of the left stack and the same off the right edge of the right stack. So 1 3/4 this time has to come off. It's a very close cut, very close, very, very close. Okay, and then over here, 1 3/4. I'm flipping it because my trimmer does not go off to 1 3/4 on that other side. Okay. Yeah, the Sidekick planner is just so much smaller. I tried to maximize the space. So that's why everything is really close to the edge. Okay, so this is what you should have. And just like before, you'll have a little page template. You'll cut it out. You'll use your Crop-A-Dile or any kind of hole punch to punch those holes out. Just make sure you're keeping everything straight. Put them in order first. So again, like before, we have where we start in December 30. And we know this page is going to be next. They're going to go together. There's 6, 7, and 8. So now we're going to look for 9, 10, 11, 12, and so forth. Just like before. This time, like I recommended last time, you should get these together first and do the punching after. So 23 and 30. Okay, so I know I've done it right because this is blank and this is blank. And I know by taking another peek, just double check it, that I'm going to punch down this side through all these layers. Believe it or not, that's all there is to it. As far as cutting out those other pages with the monthly calendar and the month at a glance, it's all here. It's straightforward. Much easier than the planner pages themselves, so don't worry about it. Super easy. So I am done today. I thank you for watching. I hope you run to my Etsy shop and get yourself some planner pages to print out. You can print it on pretty paper as long as it's not too dark. And just know that in the coming months, November, perhaps. I will be decorating my planner and getting it ready, like I did last year, for 2025. I keep it really simple. A blank page with rub-ons and then a cardstock page to start. I cut out my month at a glance and stick it on that one. I cut out my mini calendar and put it on this one with some more rub-ons. So super easy. I will be doing that again. So just stay tuned for that here on my channel. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again, and I will see you next week in the next crafty video.